today we are drawing this John Deere tractor. I was gonna call it vintage, but I think that's inaccurate. I think it's just kind of old. Not that old. As you can see, we're off to a good start by not being able to draw a circle. But that's okay. You'll be surprised what I get away with in this drawing. Charcoal is a very permanent medium, but I actually have 2 chances to correct mistakes. Since I draw with a lighter pencil first, if any line is off, I can redraw it in a darker pencil, and our minds will just ignore the lighter drawing. And for more major corrections, I just get out a little bit of white gouache and just paint over the area that needs to be erased or redrawn. I didn't realize until watching the footage back, but this goes through quite the ugly stage, like up until the last couple minutes. The sketch took 10 minutes, and we're watching it on 3 times speed right now. At the start of these charcoal sketches, I like to use a Carbothello charcoal pencil. I'm not sure what hardness it is because it's been sharpened so far down. That part of the label is gone, but it's kind of a medium hardness. And now I'm using a General's charcoal pencil. I have 2, I don't really see a difference between them. One is soft and one is extra soft, 4B and 6B. So yeah, these sketches are super loose, just going for big shapes and big values, trying to group things together, which is kind of hard sometimes. You get all these little shadow shapes all over the place, which can be difficult to look at in a sketch. You kind of want things to be a bit more cohesive. Starting out, I'm thinking about perspective, believe it or not, and big shapes, although it's super rough, like it's not that big a deal, just have fun. And then now at this point I'm trying to do kind of like a no-tan drawing, I guess, so just black and white, splitting the values into whichever it's closest to. Although actually there are some decisions to be made because the tires are black, but if I just shade them solid black, we're gonna lose a lot of information and the image will become pretty hard to read. So it's a mix of observation and drawing what actually looks good. Now we're on to the fun part where things really start to come together. Smudging and little details with the harder pencil again. Smudging lets me add a 3rd value, and it also adds interest by adding another texture. At this point I start getting smudges where I don't want them. As you can see, it's starting to get a bit messy. I don't have an eraser with me, but when I take this home, I take a kneaded eraser and just kind of clean up around the tractor where I don't want all these smudges. I also carry some parchment paper in the back of my sketchbook because I don't want to carry fixative around and I don't want 2 pages to rub off on each other. So that's my solution to get these pages home safely before I spray them with fixative. I suppose now's a good time to say that I have a Patreon if you wish to support me and see this sketchbook spread and others in full resolution.